Okay, and we are back in it. Didn't get a whole lot done last time because, there is just a lot of setup in this game. And I think that was also when I was super sleep deprived. Don't really remember. But yeah, here I am. Kreuzberg, home to nearly 500,000 people, and until very recently, Monica Schiffer. Once a melting pot of cultural diversity, it's now a chaotic mess of wealth and poverty, crime and commerce, anarchy and control. It's also home to your own little slice of Berlin, a neighborhood that locals call the Oh, okay, I guess that's the end of that one. If I remember correctly, yes. I am a dwarf wizard named Wizzrobe. And where am I at right now? Probably getting ready for a trip to Das Kessel House. Okay. Barely remember this game so far, so... Oh, already got really good stats there. Oh, good. I have a rifle and, yeah, but the rifle is not going to be very helpful. Okay, so... What's my inventory looking like? I have no items. That's a problem. How much money do I have? Okay, decent amount. May not be a total disaster. I guess more than anything, I just need to go see the doc. This is our first encounter with Javier Esquivel. And yeah, I don't have a Portuguese accent either. As you approach the elf, you notice that he's in mid-conversation. His lips move rapidly and his voice comes out in a low, quiet tone. The glossy plastic shell of a high-grade comlink glints on his wrist. Yeah, listening on his conversation, fuck it. Doing your best to look uninterested, you lean in slightly and strain your ears. You find that you can make out the doctor's end of the conversation. No, the price I'm quoting you is more than fair. Well below market value, in fact. If you can't pay it, that's your problem. Yes, I know that the price has gone up. This is a seller's market. Well, then you'll just have to find the money or go without. I'm sorry, but I have to go. I have a patient. He presses a button on his comlink and looks up at you, a $1 million smile on his face. Sorry about the wait, my friend. Welcome to the Triage Cyber Clinic. He extends his hand to you. I'm Dr. I think Xavier Esquivel. Trying to remember how X's are pronounced in Portuguese. And your name is? Wizzrobe. A pleasure. Pleased to meet you, Wizzrobe. What can I do for you today? I need medical supplies. Definitely need trauma kit, and they're cheap enough. I guess I'll just clear you out on med kits. And a second trauma kit. Okay, I don't need to have all of those. And... there we go, and I've already got heal. I wonder if there are any other spells I could use right now. Oh god. Magic shop is all the way on the other side of town. So, time for my first encounter with, I don't remember the elf's name, but Algernon is an elf also, but there's another one in there who, like, if you... Oh! I don't know if I've... at least I haven't recently done this with a spellcaster, so I might... Absinthe, that's right. So I might be able to resist the lure of her eyes. Something about the young elf behind the counter makes your breath catch in your chest. She's lovely to look at, but it's a strange kind of beauty. Her eyes are large and luminous and impossibly green. As she looks up at you, you can see that her irises are flecked with iridescent gold. Hello and welcome to Algernon's. Perhaps I can help you with something? As she smiles up at you, her eyes fixed on yours, a curious feeling of weightlessness fills your chest. It feels as though you're floating in a warm, calm sea. A gentle current pulls you closer to Absinthe, and the sensation is pleasant. As you drift, the golden specks in her eyes begin to move. I will use my willpower to look away. Oh, cool, karma. Marshalling your strength, you manage to avert your gaze, breaking Absinthe's stare. All at once, the floating sensation dissipates, and your consciousness snaps back to its normal state. What was that? What happened? My fault, and my apologies. Sometimes when I daydream, I bring others along for the ride. It was unintentional, yes, but there was no harm done, correct? You'll be fine. Okay, do the least nonsense response. Now skin off my back. Now let's get down to business. I have money and I need magic. She nods, taking care to avert her gaze. You'll want to talk with Algernon. This is his establishment. He can help you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have work to do. Okay, so if you couldn't help me, then why did you start the conversation asking if you could help me? Greetings, young dwarf. The elf's voice is smooth as silk and rich as clotted cream. Something about him instantly puts you at ease. I am Algernon Half-Dream, the owner of this establishment. In my shop you will find only the finest in magical paraphernalia. Now tell me, how may I serve you? If you're selling, I'm buying. Show me your inventory. Okay, so... Ooh, flamethrower. Let's see, I've got 500, so I could get flamethrower and either aim or armor. Or I could get aim and armor. Sure, have a magical attack and aim. Okay, now I think I'm ready to go face the Das Kessel house. Sorry about that. Oh yeah, I don't need to go back here. I need to go to the U-Bahn station. How much of a donation does he need? At the sound of your approach, the orc turns to face you. He wears a severe expression, but there is kindness in his eyes. Guten Tag, dwarf. Can I help you with something? I couldn't help overhearing your conversation. I take it that you run a charity of some sort? He nods. Yes, it isn't much, but we do what we can. Such as? Give me specifics. He clears his throat, then begins to count off on his fingers. In the past several years, I've established a shelter where the dispossessed can sleep, a soup kitchen to feed the hungry, and a library for the people of the Kreuzbasar to better themselves. It isn't much, I admit, but it's a start. A good start, Samuel. You mustn't be so hard on yourself. There are limits to what one man, even a determined man, can accomplish. This is true. He nods to the orc at his side. Thankfully, some of the residents that I've helped over the years have come back around to help me. I've got 15 assorted orcs and trolls from all around the Kreuzbasar working with me now. They help me man the soup line, stock the library shelves, and to do all the hundreds of other little things that a community organization needs done every day. These extraordinary individuals are living proof that what we do here has value. They are my inspiration to continue forward. She beams at the compliment. From her body language, it's clear that she idolizes Beckenbauer. Now, do you have any more questions? If not, I will bid you good day. I don't wish to sound self-important or rude, but there are many pressing matters that demand my time. I'm not going to ask that question. Okay, are you accepting donations? Yes, of course. We're actually desperate for them, truth be told. People seem more intent on taking care of themselves than they are in providing for the less fortunate. Of course, these concepts are not unrelated. As poverty rates increase, so does the crime rate. Assisting the needy increases the quality of life for all. Actually, shit. In any event, our shelter has some basic needs that desperately need to be filled. The walls of the shelter are not insulated, and new blankets would go a long way towards keeping our guests healthy and comfortable. Ideally, we'd like to purchase some space heaters as well. With 250 new yen, we could make the purchase. Of course, I do not expect you, a relative stranger to our keys, to contribute that much. Whatever you could spare would be most appreciated, and I only have 50 new yen and I need to keep it all for right now. A common refrain. He gives you a sad smile. I appreciate the thought all the same. Okay, so... trying to figure out if I have the necessary attributes, skills, whatnot to get... There's a young orc woman in the bar that I can, like, rescue, basically get her off the streets, and I don't know if I've got the stats to pull that off. Das Kesselhaus, hotel and nightclub, crown jewel of Drogenkippe, the filthiest keys in Berlin. Opening the door to the ground-level dance club is like bashing your head into a wall of sound. Flashing lights stab your eyes, and the air is perfumed with cheap synthahol and engine grease. Everything in here is cranked up to 11, a playground for the numb. Green Winters is somewhere in this building. You steel yourself for the sensory assault and step inside. The team makes a quick check of their weapons and follows you into Das Kesselhaus. Okay, so I've got everything I need. Oh yeah, I've got the whole team with me on this one. Okay, Iger doesn't have a trauma kit. Let's see. Yeah, I guess give both of those to Dietrich. And here we go! I have one karma. I doubt there's anything I can do with it that'll be at all helpful. Well, I've already put some points into biotech. That's nice. Chi casting, spirit summoning. 3 charisma. I can't imagine I would need that much more at this stage of the game. Okay, so nothing to do with my 1 karma. The troll working the door might be the shortest you've ever seen, and the thickest. Despite the pounding music and the writhing bodies, his face is buried in a comic book. He looks up, gives you a cursory once-over, and sighs. Welcome to Das Kesselhaus, now under new management. Again. There's no cover, just go on in and get your fix. There's Kroner at the bar over there, he'll take care of you. He buries his nose back into his comic book while tapping a meaty thumb on the black plastic slung from his belt, a high-powered stun gun. Just play nice or you'll meet Herr Zapp. Have fun. Okay, I'm looking for someone. Maybe you know him. He keeps his nose in his comic book. I doubt it. This place is filled with interesting people just dying to meet you, so go meet them. He's supposed to be some sort of F-state activist, calls himself Green Winters. He brightens. An F-state activist? Why didn't you say so? Know where I can find him? His expression falls flat again. No. He puts down his comic book, and his voice slows to a crawl. He makes a point of enunciating each word. I point people to the bar. If someone starts trouble, I give them a taste of Herr Zapp. That's it. That's all I do. Okay, so... guess talk to Kroner. The music out here on the floor is way too loud for comfort. The scene going down at the bar is even louder. The dealer on duty stands impassively behind the bar. A desperate-looking young woman is pleading with him, apparently to little effect. All right, Silk, I'm going to explain how this works to you one more time. I get my cash, and you get your cram. No cash, no cram, period. But I need it, Kroner. Come on. Her words come out in a desperate whine. Pale skin, sunken eyes, and a trembling lip all point to the early symptoms of withdrawal. And I have cash, I totally do. It's up in my room, but you guys won't let me up there to get it. Hotel's under new management, beautiful. You don't have a room anymore. Whatever's up there, you might as well forget about it. But that was all I had, and I have to get right soon. Well, maybe we could work out a trade. Cram for services? Services? Understanding slowly shows on the young woman's face. Her eyes go wide. Come on, Kroner, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Do you want the cram or not? She sets her jaw, a look of disgust on her pallid face. That ain't gonna happen, chummer. Not now, not ever. The bartender shrugs. I give you about a half hour before the shakes set in. When that happens, you know where to find me. He turns to another customer with a smirk, leaving the desperate young woman crumpled against the bar. Okay, go talk to Silk. Silk looks up at you, a look of abject misery plastered across her face. Leave me alone, okay? I've got problems to deal with. Sounds like the new management stole your property. Wait. Okay, let's hold off on that one for now. Sounds like the new management stole your property. Answer some questions for me and I'll help you get it back. Really? That'd be incredible. Her lips struggle upward into a facsimile of a smile. I really need that money, and I left some things in there, too. You know, personal stuff. I can be very discreet. My stuff should be up in room 304. That's where me and Nadia and Sarah were staying until, well, you know. I'll be waiting right here when you get back down. So, what did you need to know? I need to get up to the hotel. Any idea who I'd talk to about that? You can talk to Frank. He's the floor manager. He'd have an elevator key. She points to the north end of the club. He's over there on the VIP balcony. See the greasy jackass in the oversized suit? The one drooling all over that table dancer? That's Frank. Tell me whatever you can about the gang that's taken over the hotel. Bad guys. I mean, like, real bad guys. The gang that used to run this place wasn't all bad. They kept the cram flowing and the prices weren't too high. They never hassled me as long as I kept buying. The new guys killed them all when they took over. Now I'm stuck dealing with assholes like Kroner. The floor manager, Frank, had a thing for my girl, Sarah. He was always coming on to her no matter how many times she told him no. I haven't seen her since the takeover, but he won't stop asking me about her. Guy's a real creep. That's about all I can think of. I steer clear of the new guys when I can. She steals a glance over her shoulder at Kroner, a scowl on her face. I shouldn't have to tell you why. Have you heard of a guy named Green Winters? No, I don't think... Oh, wait, yeah. I bumped into him here a few days ago. I remember because his name sounds like a kind of chewing gum. I don't think I remember seeing him leave, so he's probably holed up in his room. I'm pretty sure that there's still some people up there. The ones that the gangers missed. I hear they locked themselves in. What can you tell me about the layout of the hotel? Well, it's a nice enough place, you know, for a factory. Let's see. Well, okay, the second floor is a security station. Lots of high-tech stuff up there. And I've heard stories about the penthouse level. Something about a sealed vault. There's supposed to be something of real valuable in there, but nobody knows what it is. Doesn't stop them from talking about it, though. Thanks, you've been very helpful. Sure thing. Just hurry back with that stuff, okay? I really, really need it. Okay, so... I don't think I'll be able to do anything with either of these. A cheap sign done in block lettering across the door reads, Hotel closed by authority of new management. It looks like the elevator's locked down, but the control system is tied to the building's LAN. And I don't have a rigger yet, and my last playthrough of this game I was a rigger, so it was super easy to get up there. But I guess I'll go talk to Frank. She just wants me to like buy her a drink or some cram or something, so see what Frank has to say for himself. Pinned to the floor manager's too expensive for this neighborhood and too baggy to be his suit. Too baggy to be his suit is a name tag. Frank. Yeah, what you need. Reluctantly, he shifts his attention away from the elvish dancer swaying in front of him. I'm looking for a guy. Calls himself Green Winters. You know him? His face screws up with a look of disgust. Yep, sad old bastard with a data jack that oozes something nasty. Wears cheap glasses and drinks like a fish. What about him? I need to talk to him. Well, that would be your problem, chummer. My problem is, I'm talking to you instead of watching Inga dance. He turns back to the dancer. I need to get into the hotel. Hotel's closed. We're, fumigating up there. You know, for bugs. We're in Drogenkippa. You think I care about a few bugs? I need a room. Or, no, let me go with, can I speak to your manager? There ain't nobody above me, buddy, so drop it. Closed is closed, and that's where we are. Oh, cool, I have a gang etiquette. That helps. He licks his lip and turns his attention back to the dancer. She maintains her 1,000-meter stare over his head. Now take your business to the bar or take it outside. I can see that you're running an operation here. I'll bet it's a pretty delicate one. It'd be a shame if something happened to it. You threatening me? In my own club? He looks at you incredulously. That's a hell of a mistake, friend. She's not threatening you. She's threatening your business, and I'm helping her. What you want to bet we can make a mess of this place before you bring in enough goons to drop us? I'm betting we can. I'll second that bet. It'll go easier for you if you let us upstairs. We'll get out of your hair and become somebody else's problem. Oh, and Frank, I am threatening you. Frank looks from you to Dietrich, to Iger, to Glory, and back to you. Then he fumbles in his pocket for something. Okay, it's open now. No need for trouble. Pleasure doing business with you. Glad we were able to resolve that quasi-peacefully. God damn it. Okay, so now let's go first floor. This elevator seems mechanically sound. That's about all it has going for it. Candy wrappers and used syringes litter the floor, and the handrails are inexplicably sticky. It would appear that cleanliness isn't a high priority for the hotel staff. So yeah, let's go first floor. Just work our way up. I think there's like a safe in here. Yep, Dynasafe. Access safe, input password. Okay, I have to come back once I have Blitz. Anything in here? Bedside table. Oh, very, very, very good. I needed money. I do not yet have the key for that. Let's check out the bathroom as one does. Nope. Have to have Iger shoulder check that. This section of wall seems to be buckling under its own weight. The aging wallpaper that lines the rest of the hallway has long since peeled away, revealing the structure of the wall underneath. While the underlying structure is reinforced with steel support struts, you can see signs of rust and metal fatigue everywhere. The entire wall looks like it could give away if enough force were applied. Get your muscle to slam on the wall? I mean, I feel like all three of them are my muscle, but especially Iger. Iger shoulder checks the wall, and the weak wood slats give way with a crunch. Actually, I'm curious. So, I've got strength 2, Dietrich is 3, Iger is 6, and yeah, Glory's 5, so I guess, well, Dietrich is stronger than I am, but not by a whole lot. Searching through the clutter on the desk, you find a small synth leather-bound journal. Leafing through the pages of the book reveals only a couple of entries. Each of them is scrawled in frantic, barely legible handwriting, with crude doodles filling up the margins. Okay. I know Eddie's up to something. Like, I heard him today talking to that guy who works in the kitchen, asking him where the cleaning supplies was at. I've seen Eddie's room. The dude never cleaned a day in his life. I'm going to follow him tomorrow and figure out what his deal is. Maybe he's just selling mouthwash to the hobos a block down at the old bus depot. I knew it. Fraggin' Eddie! I saw him yesterday. I was up on the 3rd floor because the vending machine down here was out of soy calf. So, he came up and went over to the out-of-order latrine. He punched in the code. Didn't No, I was watching, did you, Eddie? Well, I ain't so stupid. He put in 2478, and I'm gonna stay up here and find out what he's doing in there. 2478 it is, then. Is there anything else to do on this floor? Ah, there is. 106. Okay, no action in here. Oh! Yes. The more the merrier. Can never have too many of those. Up to the... Yeah, let's do the second floor. See how far I can get in here. Oh, okay, yeah, I can... Because who knows how the fuck this is gonna turn out. Oh good, I didn't immediately get, like, grenaded or shotgunned in the face, so this is off to a fantastic start. Medium cover, light cover, so let's flamethrower you. Sweet. And Dietrich. Wait, why isn't it showing ley lines for Dietrich? That's bizarre. Okay, let's just get him there-ish. Iger. Ooh, can you? No. Yeah, sure, let's just get you nuzzled all the way in there. And then... I can do a single attack on him. Would that put me in cover? Yes. Holy shit. I'm so unaccustomed to anyone actually landing a shot in this game. I could be wrong, but at least the last time I played through this, it really felt like it's just harder to hit people in this game. Okay, so how damaged is anybody? 4, 9 down, but I'd only get 4 back. So let's flamethrower, enforcer, boss, light cover. Yeah, sure. Just keep flamethrowing whoever's in that position. Oh, maybe I should have used aim on somebody. Oh well. Too late for that now. And now with Dietrich, I'm going to try to be a better shaman than I typically have been in the past. There we go. And then Dietrich. Ugh. Okay, I guess I'll try him. Oh, damn. Well, this is not supporting my argument so far, but there's also just... There we go. So... Yeah. God damn it. Oh, flanked. So tired of you all. Huh, wonder what my... 33% chance to hit with the rifle. Yeah, what is my, I don't remember what what his totem does. Incoming damage -3. Okay. Oh! That's handy. Now, can I still see? Yes. Oh! I don't think I need more than 2 AP. Watch me be super wrong about that. I've got 81% chance now. Yep. Hot damn. Okay. Is there anything else? Nope. Okay, so... HR Serve, Hotel Registration and Security Services V1.1. Navigation options. 1. Search guest register by name. 2. Search current guest register by room number. 3. Admin services. So, by name... Green... Wit... God, I need to get a new keyboard. Spilled too many liquids on this one. Currently staying on floor 4, in room 405. Read the attached notes. Guy in the master suite on 4 asks for his room code to be changed again. Paranoid son of a bitch. Anyway, dude's been renting one of our biggest rooms for months, so I guess I shouldn't complain too much. New code is 1989. And let's also go ahead and search for Silk. Currently staying on floor 3 in room 304. Silk Shooter. Cram habit. 2 ampoules a day. Preferred customer. Sarah Neumann. Bliss habit. 1 pack a day. Resolve showing signs of weakening. Keep the pressure up. Shows signs of becoming a preferred customer. Nadia Bauer. Recreational multi-drug user. Displays high tolerant for chems. Preferred customer. Super gross. Okay, so... I don't remember if I find the admin password or if I have to, like, go back there with Blitz and unlock it. Let's see. And what's in this bathroom? Oh, maintenance key. Sweet. So can I unlock this now? Son of a bitch. Okay, now up to the 3rd floor. And now I can get into the maintenance lockers. And take... Cram. Okay, cool. Let's see, yeah, this is the one. The note reads, "Do not open." I think that only has, like, a Nova Scorpion inside, so that would not be worth opening. I mean, I guess when it's towards the end of the run, just for giggles, why not? This is a scratched and dented bathroom door, locked with a simple hydraulic locking mechanism. A numbered entry keypad glows softly on the door frame. 2478. The door unlocks. And here's like a cram lab, I think. Jazz. Oh, I thought I also got the formula for the jazz injector here, but I guess not. Yeah, as I've probably said multiple times on stream already, like, every time I play one of these games, I think I'm going to, like, start using drugs, but I almost never actually do, even though, like, jazz is super useful. Cram has its uses. And I think Bliss is the one that I'm like, I don't know about this one, because it has, if I'm remembering Bliss correctly, that, okay, so there's Silk's cred stick, her teddy bear, and her cookbook. Signed cookbook. I don't know if I've ever, like, really taken stock of that. Okay, 305. Who's in here? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I knew that. So let's go to the destroyed floor. The floor at this end of the room is beginning to cave in. A trickle of light spills up through the cracks in the floorboards from another room below. With a little force, you could probably open a hole big enough to drop down to the second floor from here. So let's do just that. And then talk to the frightened man. Please don't hurt me. I'm just the line cook. The cook's darting eyes are wide open, and behind them you see pure animal terror. If you let me go, I won't tell anyone, I promise. Why are you locked in the kitchen? Wait, you're not with those guys out there? Well, I just thought... Take your time. I'm not going to hurt you. I thought you were one of them. You know, the gangers that took over and shot up the place? He catches himself. That is to say, I worked for the previous owners. When the shooting started, I shut myself in here. Whoever they are, haven't figured out how to override my keys yet. It's been a day and a half. I don't know how much longer I can stay in here. Who's the stiff by the sink? That's the head chef, Felix. He took a hit to the chest when they raided this floor. I thought I could stop the bleeding, but, The cook lowers his gaze to the floor at his feet. I couldn't. I don't understand why you need, like, an intelligence check to to say, you're right next to a walk-in fridge. Don't you think it'd make more sense to drag the body in there than to leave it under the sink? But all I can say is, sorry to hear it. Yeah, thanks. Tell me anything you can about this place. Okay, I think there's some sort of chop shop up in room 401, like low-level street dock stuff. I had to deliver room service there one day when we were short-staffed. What I saw when they opened the door scared the dreck out of me. People hooked up to tubes and stuff. The door code was 5870 if you want to take a look. Wait, you'll help me out of here, won't you? I mean, you're not just going to leave me to die here, are you? I took care of the guys outside. You should be able to make a run for it. Yeah. Thank you. I'm as good as gone. Anything in the fridge? This is bullshit. I'm in a walk-in hotel fridge, and there's nothing I can steal. The injustice of it all. Okay. And nothing in the, like, locker rooms either. Or whatever this place is. I guess there's laundry machines. I don't know. Okay, so back... I don't have any reason to go back to floor 3 even, I don't think. So let's go to the 4th floor. Then that is the chop shop. Let me check out the maintenance closet first. Pick up a grenade. Why is there a grenade in the, no, cram instead. Why is there a grenade in the maintenance closet? Okay, this is a standard hotel door, locked with a simple hydraulic locking mechanism. A numbered entry keypad glows softly on the door frame. 5870? Yes. Okay, cool. The door unlocks. Wow, you moved fast. And, oh shit, you don't have enough AP to get to that ley line. And then you... yeah, I don't really feel like... You know what? I don't have a whole lot of use for you right now, so you just stay your ass right there for now. God damn it. Let me... Adrenal pump glory. And then... miss. And then miss is exactly what I wanted. Good, and don't miss. God damn it. Serves you assholes right. Okay. Not too bad. Dietrich, I guess. Why? Why can't Dietrich see ley lines? Hold on, what are his? Willpower 5, Charisma 5, Summoning, Spirit Control. Like, all of that is fine. It should... Okay, let me just look at what it takes to see ley lines. Spellcasting. Ley lines visible at 3. And what about Spirit Summoning? Okay, so... Oh, Spirit Summoning, you never get to see ley lines. That's weird. Or with Conjuring? That is crazy. And there are no bonuses for doing any... Oh, Spirit Control. Yeah, that's nuts. Do you get any... That's odd. Okay, I guess you just don't get any willpower, like, bonuses for a basic stat. That makes sense. What was I doing? Oh yeah, killing these guys. Okay, I guess get behind cover. And... Man, she's not really getting the sniper bonus. So... Good. Good. Good! You did a great job. Shit. Okay, 42%. Leaving 1 HP. Oh, but I can't. I don't have the stats to see her. Shit. You know what? I need to become more comfortable with using grenades, or maybe put more simply, just more comfortable using expendable items. Especially when they're when they belong to members of the team and they auto-replenish. Jesus. Okay. Let's see, how much did... 17. Okay, yeah, just to be on the safe side. Heal him up. Dietrich... We got one more fetish left. So... You know what? Yeah, let's haste Iker. Why not? Shit. Oh yeah, this is why not. Fuck. Yeah, that was all a mistake. Good, and... Good. Okay, so what do we have in here? Really? Nothing even in a chop shop of value. There we go. Okay, it's a hyper, and I think the other auto-injector you can find in this game is Bliss. Oh, very yes. It's annoying how, like, at the beginning of the game, no matter how much money you have, you can't buy a, like, a better med kit than the basic one, which makes no sense. Like, if I've got the money, sell me the better med kits, sell me the better trauma kits, but no, you have to kind of drip feed them throughout the game. This is a... Okay, I'm not reading that again. Okay, check out the corpse. The scene is eerily familiar. The dead man is still jacked into his smoldering computer, his face contorted into a mask of pain. Blue smoke spills from his data jack. Like Monica. And there's something else. The man's outline is... wrong. It takes a moment for the realization to sink in. His back is bent at an impossible angle. Jesus. Looks like he convulsed hard enough to break his own spine. Is that even possible? Glory gestures at the twisted form on the carpet. You tell me. Iger kneels beside the corpse, bending to peer at his face. Matches the description that Altug gave us. It's Green Winters. She straightens, glancing back over at the body before returning her attention to you. This what happened to Monica? I suspect that it would have. We jacked her out in time to prevent it. I generally try not to be shitty, but still think you could have prevented Monica's death, Iger? Maybe. Iger takes another glance at the smoldering corpse, and you can see the doubt growing in her eyes. I don't know. Kneeling to inspect the body, you find smears of blood on the carpet under Winter's right arm. Moving the arm aside, you find a number written across the floor. 91612. You use your PDA to take a hollow pick of the number and the body, then step away. Okay, painting. I think it might be the other one. Move the painting. Hanging on the wall is a large, gaudily framed painting, an unimaginative still life of some kitchen object sitting on a table. Move that aside and find nothing, so it's this one. Hanging on the wall is a large, gaudily framed painting, an impressionist landscape, inexpertly rendered in splotches of cheap acrylic. A nameplate on the face reads, Harz Mountains, 2011. Move that aside and find the safe, 91612. Inside the safe, you find a bundle of old, well-worn media discs. The words, Watch Me, have been hastily written on the back of the topmost disc. I guess I'll inspect them. The disc labeled Watch Me looks almost new. The others are clearly much older, and many of them are badly scratched. The last two discs in the bundle are stuck together, and when you try to pry them apart, the readable surface of the bottom disc peels away. So just take thems, and then go answer this vid phone. Hey there, Chief. Don't hang up. I've got a proposition for you. Who are you, and how did you know I was in this room? See the cameras in the corner of the room? Glancing up, you notice a pair of security cameras. They're tiny things, their casings colored to blend in with the dingy wallpaper. Easy to miss if you didn't know to look for them. Wave hi, I'm on the other side of them. You've probably noticed that this building is under new management, right? And judging by the fresh corpses that I'm seeing strewn all over the hotel, I'm going to guess that you don't like the new guys any better than I do. Well, I'd like to make you an offer. You help cover my escape, and I'll get you into a secure vault on the top floor. Belong to the leader of the gang that used to run this place. Trust me, it's still secure. I set up the security protocols myself. The last decker they brought in to take a crack at it came out on a stretcher. They haven't found so many volunteers since then. You've got my attention. What's in the vault? Gear? Money? You know, lots of good stuff. You don't know, do you? Well, no. I mean, I've never actually seen what's inside the vault. Not personally. Look, buddy, I just set up the Matrix security for the thing. The old boss didn't let me set foot into the vault. He was a little paranoid, you know? But he was adamant that he wanted me to rig up some really killer IC, so there must be something of value in there. So how about it? You want to crack at that vault or not? Yeah, where do I meet you? Room 505 on the penthouse floor. Come rendezvous with me here and I'll take you to the vault. Okay, I think that's everything to do on the 4th floor. Yep. So annoyed at how little there was to collect in the chop shop. And top floor, penthouse suite. Psst, over here, buddy. Why aren't you... There we go. Knew you'd come. I've always been a good judge of character. Since we're meeting in person, I'll formally introduce myself. He nods his head in salute. Blitz, Decker extraordinaire, at your service. Save the theatrics. Just point me in the direction of the vault. The vault is just around the corner. Once we get there, I can unlock it with a few clicks on the keypad. Blitz offers you something between a smile and a smirk. Built myself a back door when I wrote the security system. Never hurts to be careful. Sounds good. Let's go. I will definitely be voicing Blitz as smugly as possible throughout. Okay, is there anything at all in here? This is just the actual penthouse, I guess. With... Oh, there we go. At least something of value. Advanced drone repair kit. God, the inventory management system in this game is so frustrating. Because, like... I understand that in Shadowrun Returns, they didn't fully have the group mechanics worked out because you were never actually in a group. You just hired however many deckers you needed and / could afford for any given run. Or you took whoever happened to already be on that run, like doing the thing you were trying to do. And in Hong Kong, they fixed it so that you would have the option, for example, in this situation, to give that to Blitz, the person who actually needs it. But I can't do that, so I guess... Oh, wait, no. I'll just send that to the stash. Because I can't... He doesn't get his drone until after the mission, so he can't even make use of that, so it's just mine now. And by mine, I guess I mean the stashes. So there's going to be a bit of a firefight to get past these dickheads. See if I can... Oh, man, couldn't even get behind cover. Okay, ooh, ley lines. Maybe should have hasted her first. Let's see. Aim... Iger? Sure. Why are you not letting me click on Iger? Don't tell me she's, like, blocked. Is it line of sight? I don't think... I wouldn't think it is, but let me position Iger. You know what? Let's go full sniper on this one. Aim... Iger. There we go. And... there we go. That's that good shit. And yet. Blitz. Or, Glory. Adrenal Pump. And... go. Fuck. Blitz. Very nice. Kill your own guys as many times as you want. I will not stand in your way. Heavy cover, medium cover. Still shit. Let's see, who needs it the most? I guess Glory? Yeah, Glory it is. Now... Oh, wish I'd done that. And now I wish I'd hasted. I guess Wizzrobe? Should have should have used that on someone who who hadn't already acted this turn. There we go. And hopefully... Son of a bitch. Sure, why not? Oh, wow. How? How did you land every shot? Not complaining, I'm just confused. Alright, here we go. Tap, tap, tap. Done! Wait, when did this thing get installed? Take cover! Take cover, she says, before the game gives me no opportunity to take cover. Fucking dickheads. You know what? You just get to safety for now. Go straight to Blitz to interact with that panel. The panel appears to be wired into the physical security in some way. Send self-destruct codes to the automated security. Cool. Now, Iger... I guess get here? Sure. Glory, Adrenal Pump. Step 1, and then go here. Can you Overwatch? Of course you can't. Okay, I guess that'll do for now. Interesting choice, going straight for Iger like that. Or are you just trying to escape? Well, it doesn't matter because you're not gonna. Deep trick. You know what? Haste. Yeah, Iger, why not? Iger, shotgun. Good. Good. Fuck. Glory. Oh, come on. Thank you. Very good. And all I need... Yes. Okay. Is there anything in here? Probably not. Yeah, no. So wait, that means that troll was living inside the vault? Or, okay, I guess technically this is the vault. So, pick up. Bliss. Yeah, I never really used Bliss. The drone appears to be broken. All it can seem to do is hover in place. Take it. Pick up whatever that is. Formula for Jazz. Awesome. And... ooh, that is a good amount of money. And Nitro... yeah, this is another one I never used. Although, in this game, like, if I were an adept, strength and willpower +2 would be a worthy trade-off for charisma and intelligence -2. Okay. Okay, so now I just have to decide if I care enough to kill the Nova Scorpion. Oh, anything in the bathroom? There's a lot of action in these bathrooms. And yet... Bupkis. Okay, let's go down to the... Let's do 3rd floor for now. Oh yeah, I've got another karma. I could bump up my ranged combat, but I think I am still going to focus more on the spell casting for this run. Oh yeah, the reason I opened that menu. Okay, let's see if this is worth it. Oh, a Scorporine, not a Nova Scorpion. My mistake. Is there only one of them? I hope so. I guess let's haste Eiger. Yeah, why not? Shit. Don't know why I decided to go in so close. Oh! Seems to be paying off. Adrenal pump. And I guess... see if that'll do it. Huh? Okay. Not terrible. Hope this thing doesn't have an AoE attack. Blitz has really been coming in handy. Surprisingly so. There's a note on the door. His food is in the crisper drawer. See you next week, Stephen. So the part of the narrative I'm not 100% up on is that... So there's what looks like a large dog bed. Was that for the Scorporine? And that's what food was in the fridge? Or did that, like, eat his dog or whatever? And possibly Stephen as well. You know, all the profound mysteries of life. Come on, Blitz, why can't you let me into those rooms? And 1st floor. Okay, access safe. Decking 2. Oops, that's right, that doesn't work when you're in that menu. Safe unlocked, and I think I get a not that great pistol. Oh, an Ares Predator. That's actually pretty good. Although, I'm not really planning to get a smart link for myself. Eiger doesn't have one, which is very annoying. And Blitz, you know, it could be good for Blitz. Because I don't think... Is his standard smart gun... Okay, that is smart linked. Good. Oh, I haven't opened this one yet. Another 51 new yen. Not complaining. Oh, I think that was the only thing I still had to do here. Yeah, just open that safe. I guess worst comes to worst, I can just sell that Predator. I think it's worth an okay amount. Okay, so go back to the club, and hopefully I have the necessary skills to convince Silk to come back with me. Have you found my stuff yet? I really need that money. Yeah, I'm not going to extort her. Hand her belongings over. Here you go.
Really? You actually went up there and got my things?
She stares at the items in her hands incredulously.
And you didn't just walk off with them? Wow, thank you. When you said that you were going up there, I didn't think. I just.
Her lip starts to quiver.
Thank you.
Okay, and then... Cram habit is a rough thing to shake. I know a place that can help you get clean if you're interested.
Who, said that I wanted to shake anything?
She gives you a sour look.
Look around you. Like what you see? Of course you don't. My life is better on Cram. Why would I ever want to stop?
Do you know what happens to long-term Cram abusers?
It's a new drug. There are no long-term abusers. And besides, Cram is a study drug. It's not like a BTL or anything. It won't kill you.
Cram is an amphetamine. Keep it up and your teeth are going to rot out of your head, but by that point you'll be too manic to care, assuming that your heart doesn't give out first.
Well...
She runs her tongue over her teeth, a worried look in her eyes.
I hadn't heard that before.
I'm not surprised. Like you said, it's a new drug, but what you don't know can still kill you.
Stop it. Please, just stop, okay? I don't need your help and I don't want it.
As strong as Silk's words are, her voice sounds unsure. From the way that she's fidgeting, you can tell that you've struck a nerve. You're near rock bottom, Silk. When you hit it, there will be nowhere to go but up.
Yeah, maybe so, but what makes you think that you're the one to help me? What makes you think anyone can?
Experience. But nobody can help you if you're not ready to help yourself. If you want people like Kroner out of your life forever, you'll think about it. All at once, something changes in Silk's face. She averts her gaze and pauses for a long moment. Her sweaty hands clench and unclench. Finally, she clears her throat and looks back up at you.
What you've said, it makes a lot of sense.
She blinks, steals a glance back at Kroner and shudders.
You're right. I need help. I'll take you up on your offer. I should probably tell you, I've tried to clean up before, lots of times. Never really worked out.
Let's see. Take the tube to Kreuzberg, to the keys they call the Kreuzbasar. Look for a man named Samuel Beckenbauer. He can help you. She nods eagerly, her eyes full of gratitude.
I'll do that. I will. Thank you. It's about time I left this place behind. If I never see another Kroner again, it'll be too soon for me.
Glad I could help. Take care of yourself. Cool. Good deed done. They all look like, not quite Twi'leks. They look a little like whatever Ahsoka is, unless she is also a Twi'lek, but I don't think she is. Hey, thanks for the assist. Can't tell you how happy I am to leave this place behind. Keep your thanks, it was just business. Hey, I got you. Business is business and all that. Say, speaking of business, you wouldn't happen to need a Nova Hot Decker, would you? Because I suddenly find myself unemployed. As it happens, we could use a Decker, yes. So I'm curious. If I say no, does that just mean I have to finish the rest of the game without a Decker? Or is there another Decker that... or does it just not let me say no unless I'm a Decker myself? Excellent. Fantastic. I promise you, you won't regret it. Blitz has joined your team. Your team makes its way back to the nearest U-Bahn station. 20 minutes later, you're on a return trip to the Kreuzbasar, leaving the filth of Drogenkippe far behind. But the image of Green Winter's twisted corpse continues to linger in your mind. You lift one of the discs that you pulled from Winter's safe to the light. Reflections dance off of its surface. With luck, you'll soon have the answers that you've been looking for. Crew advancement available, that's cool. And 8 karma, also cool. Plus the 4 I got while I was on that run. I'm not getting a payout for that run, so... Like to talk about your organization. Are you accepting donations? And just give them the full amount. This is incredibly generous. Thank you, Manafarnden. Not a big deal, Sam. Do good with it. With this donation, we've reached our first goal. Thank you so much for your kind assistance. I will put your contribution to work stocking the shelter with blankets and heaters. Not a problem. Please do not downplay your contribution. You've shown kindness at a time when few others will. That means something. It means a great deal. And, okay, well, I won't ask about Silk yet. Give her a little time to settle in. There is a storm, so there is a decent possibility that my stream is just going to end suddenly. Just FYI if anyone's paying attention. So, and I haven't really talked to Lane in a while. Sniper. I wonder if I kind of over-rely, or not over-rely, if I try too hard to use the sniper rifle instead of the shotgun. Because you can't always be a great distance away from your enemies. 2 AP. Okay, that's 1 AP. So, yeah, I guess I should do that. Just for that reason. And then... Okay, Dietrich. Electrocore now strips 1 armor. I think... For the most part, I don't think I'm even going to bother with the throwing weapons. Because I think even punching has a higher success rate. Okay, so Electrocore now strips 1 armor. And Nerve Bolt flushes enemies from cover. Wait, is there never... Oh, okay, so that's when it becomes 1 AP. I do like Earth Elementals, especially if I get an Earthquake. Yeah, I'll go with that one. Yeah. And then Blitz, no upgrades. Okay. Now pierces 1 armor. Accuracy, yeah, definitely get accuracy. You can use that button to pull it up, but not to dismiss it. Why? Okay, even though I know what steps I'll have to take next, I have to stop by and talk with Herr Amsel first. Blitz looks up at your approach. The table beside him is littered with cigarette butts, and a data jack cable dangles from a portable terminal set up by his side. Hey, Chief, you need something? Now that you're all settled in, I've got some questions for you. Blitz glances wistfully back at the terminal on the table, then turns back with a sigh of resignation. I suppose, but try to keep it short, okay, Chief? I've got things to do. How long were you in Drogenkeep? I ended up there after the anarchist revolution of 39. I was just a kid back then, too young to realize how good I was, how much money I could have made working the shadows. He shakes his head, a wistful expression on his face. And so, being young and dumb, I fell in with the gang crowd, and that was that. You were a member of a drug gang, why should I trust you? That feels like a silly question, honestly. Why wouldn't you, Chief? I mean, just look at me. He does his best to give you a winning smile. I'm a trustworthy guy. Prove it. Tell me about the gang you run with. Well, I don't know all that much, Chief. I wasn't a member of gang leadership or anything. I'm not really sure why you care, either. It doesn't matter why I care, just tell me. He rolls his eyes. If that's what it'll take for you to trust me, fine. Anything for you, Chief? Well, where to begin? When I first arrived at Dragonkeeper, I spent some time taking in the lay of the land. The Schwarze were still a pretty small gang. Schwarze? What is Herzen? The Black something. I don't know. We're still a pretty small gang, strictly street level, but I could see they were going places. I did a little pro bono decking for their leader, a fat little dwarf named Dieter. Soon enough, I was a part of the family. For a drug gang, the Schwarze were decent enough folks. I made a lot of money with them, helped them take the hotel in the first place. We had a lot of good years there. Then Dieter was killed in a firefight and her happy little family fell apart. Was that when the hotel got attacked? Blitz takes a deep breath, shifts his weight from one foot to another. Not exactly. The Schwarze maintained their hold on Dragonkeeper, but the change of leadership was bad news for me. After Dieter kicked the bucket, his second-in-command took over. She was a real piece of work. Called herself Leonie Luster. She had a vicious streak a mile long, and she was none too fond of me. Did she turn on you? I'm not flattering this asshole. Immediately. I don't know why. Maybe she felt threatened by my friendship with Dieter back before he ate that bullet, or maybe she was just jealous of my rugged good looks. Who the hell knows? The point is, she went after me, vigorously. Within 24 hours of Dieter's death, I had a price on my head, and then the hotel got taken over. So that's what you need to know about the Schwarze. They were a great gang, a powerful gang. I helped to make them that way. Then they had a management turnover, and everything went to hell. Blitz rocks back on his feet, his hands in his pocket. That's it. End of story. Anything else you want to talk about? Wait a second. That isn't it. There are some pretty big holes in that story. Come on, Chief. This is all ancient history. You're talking about things that happened like yesterday. Wouldn't you rather talk about the future? The runs we're going to go on? All the money we're going to make? I think I'm kind of turning him into Disney's Aladdin. Blitz, tell me what happened between Luster putting the price on your head and the hotel getting attacked. All right, Chief. Fine, if that's what it'll take to make you happy. So I was in a bind, right? The members of the Schwarze were loyal to Luster. Who were loyal to Luster were all out for my blood, and none of the others were going to stick their necks out for me. The advantage of being a ganger is protection in numbers. When those numbers turn against you, you've got to get creative if you want to stay alive. What did you do? Blitz taps the plastic of his data jack. What I had to. Luster declared war on me, so I retaliated, and I won. All without ever firing a shot. That's not an answer. Blitz sighs. You won't be satisfied until I spell it out, will you? Okay, fine. I hacked into Luster's computer and sent all of her information to a rival organization. Remember Frank from the hotel? He was my liaison. They hit the Schwarze and they hit him hard. Then they took the hotel. And, then they took me. I'll admit that the plan backfired a little. Let's see. I'm not going to flatter him, but I also don't want to be too hard on him. You did what you had to do. In your place, I'd probably have done the same. Yeah, sure. I'll stick with that. Let's let a sigh of relief. Thanks, Chief. I knew you'd understand. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to get back to what I was doing. He gives you a lazy salute. We'll talk later, I'm sure. And, Chief, I'm glad to be a member of the team. Yippee. I miss Ractor. Yeah, I just talked to Paul. Amzel's expression is harder than you've seen it before. When he speaks, his voice is grim. Iga has told me of Green Winter's death. She said that he died in the same manner that Monica did. It wasn't a pretty sight. Amzel nods gravely. I know that you and Iga have had your differences. I will tell you that she was badly shaken by the sight of Winter's body. She also mentioned that you found something in Winter's safe, a package full of very old discs. May I see them? Of course. Good God. Gingerly, Amzel lifts a disc from the bundle and holds it up to the light. Slowly, he begins to turn it in his hand, causing rainbow patterns to shimmer across its surface. I haven't seen one of these since I was a boy. This is a DVD RW, a data storage medium from the mid-2000s. I'm amazed that Ventus was able to find a device that could play it. Do you know where you can read or do you know how we can read these things? He puts down the DVD in his hands and quickly inspects the others. The first discs that I looked at might be readable. The others are damaged, some severely so. I have my doubts about them. For now, let's concentrate on the undamaged disc. There's a little shop outside, the Data Haven. Talk to the proprietor, Maliet Hollier. She might be able to help. Tell her to put the cost of the device on my account. I'm on it. Now I can go talk to Maliet. Maliet. Is she Turkish also? That's Maliet. Actually, it might be like a Dutch name. The dwarvish tech vendor smiles at you with practiced ease, her almond eyes twinkling with the glare from a dozen trid screens. She speaks in a clipped, heavily accented German. Welcome to the Data Haven. Can I help you with something? Okay, I guess I'll start with a drone. Okay, no. I'm looking for something that can play back a DVD RW. Really? That is old tech. Very old, in fact. Just a moment, I will go look. She turns to rummage through a bin of obsolete components at the back of her stall. Ah yes, here we are. The dwarf wrestles a mid-sized flat-screen display out of the bin. This display has old enough hookups to connect to a DVD player. RCA, you know, vintage. The player itself, though, this I do not have. You may wish to try your luck down at the junkyard. There's a scavenger down there, a primitive man with a crude disposition. If anyone here in the Kreuzbasar can help you find your DVD player, he can. But he will almost certainly attempt to overcharge you for it. She takes a deep breath and smiles up at you. But you are not here for gossip. Shall we conclude our business? I could give you the display for, say, 200 nuyen? Paul Amsel said to charge it to his account. Ah, very well. I will have it packaged up and delivered to Herr Amsel straight away. He's right over there. He's right here. Anyway, best of luck finding your DVD reader. I wish you well. And then I think Gunnari Metbach might also be... Well, actually, I think it says he's Romani. And there's no way I'm even attempting a Romani accent. Shrati. A stout old man looks up from whatever old tech he's tinkering with to squint at you through thick, old-fashioned glasses. He pushes them up with an oil-stained finger as he straightens up to nod at you. He speaks with a gruff but well-meaning tone, heavily accented with German tonality. Guten Tag. What can I do for you? Malit tells me that you're the one to speak to about DVDs. That little shrew sent you my way, huh? Shrati's smile broadens. Will wonders never cease? Yeah, I don't know how well I do my old man voice plus my German accent at the same time. Well, introductions are in order, I suppose. Shrati Buchman at your service. The old man raises a grimy hand in salute. Need something salvaged? Some old components? Vielleicht? I'm indeed your man. Vielleicht. Yeah, sure. Wonderful. How about that DVD player? Well, let's see. I think that I've got something that'll work for you. Shrati rummages through the junk heaped on the table behind him. A few seconds later, he snatches a battered plastic lozenge shaped from the pile. Ah, here we go. An old Korean player that I dug up last week. 2010 model, a real beauty. Shrati's smile broadens, and he gives you a conspiratorial wink. I fixed her up and got her running, but without any discs to read, I've mostly been using her as a paperweight. Sounds like what I'm looking for. How much do you want for it? Shrati glances back at the DVD player, a rueful expression on his face. Well, I'll admit, I'm a little loath to part with her. There are plenty of folks out there who'd really appreciate an older player such as this, and I don't know what your intentions are for it.
I suppose, given the time and trouble I took putting her back together, that I'd be willing to part with her for, say...
Shrotty's eyes dart over your gear, a calculated expression on his face.
About 500 new yen?
I'm short on cash right now. Could I offer you something in trade? The old man pauses for a moment, considering.
I'll tell you what. A few months ago I had call it a difference of opinion with that Burtagazi fellow from the soy calf shop. He hasn't let me into his establishment since, and I'd sell my mother for a decent cup of coffee. You give me a cup of Turkish coffee, the real stuff, not the fake junk, and I'll give you the DVD player. Sound like a deal?
Deal. Oh, yeah. No. There it is. Okay. Is this even a building I can enter? I don't remember. I don't think it is. But regardless of whether I'm entering it, I'm not doing it right now. Altour. The Turk leans into you, keeps his voice low. I have information regarding that matters of my people who are looking into Effendim. What accent am I even doing? I'm just giving up on Turkish. the one involving the surveillance device on my data tap.
Altour, I've been waiting for my coffee for nearly an hour already. Are you growing the beans out back?
The coffee vendor shouts. Can't you see that I'm speaking to an honored guest, you tower of quivering corpulence? His voice lowers again. Now then, as I was saying, we were fortunate that you happened upon that surveillance tap when you did. The people on the other end were planning a very bad thing, to be sure. Very bad thing? Quite bad, yes. Monica Schiffer was an important member of this community. More than most were aware of. This keys was under her protection. You know how it is in the flux, Effendim. The government of a place like this is tenuous at best. You never know who is going to be in charge from one day to the next. But Monica was a stabilizing force, and not just because she was dangerous. She was smart and funny and wise, and she had a way with people. They wanted to support her, to follow her, because they loved her. When she was killed, it left an opening for others. It would have meant bloodshed and pain if this council had been allowed to continue their plan, but they did not. We saw to it, you and I. Indeed we did, Altour. The Kreuzbasar will maintain its stability a while longer, thanks to us, my friend. Now, what can I do for you, Effendim? Would you like some coffee, perhaps? Coffee? As in real coffee, not soy calf? Yes, for individuals of refined taste, I offer genuine bean coffee from my native Turkey. The cafe owner looks you in the eye. The tone of his voice grows low and serious. This is a top-shelf item, my friend, and not for the general public. Only for those discerning few connoisseurs who can properly appreciate it. I think I'm the sort who can appreciate it. Tell me about the Turkish coffee. It is hand-picked by my family in Turkey, a true delicacy of the Sixth World. This was considered a luxury even before the Awakening, when bean coffee was everywhere, every street corner, they say. Boy, isn't that the truth. Burakazi leans in close, lowering his voice to a conspiratorial whisper. Long hours in the shop have perfumed his body with the commingled scents of coffee, incense, and applewood tobacco. Trust me, if your coffee experience has been limited to soy calf, you must not deny yourself this opportunity. You will see God. All right, you sold me. How much? This is a specialty item, delivered at some cost. I cannot part with it for less than 50 new yen a cup. Deal. Very good. Burakazi hands you a ceramic travel cup, which he then fills to the brim with dark, steaming liquid. The scent is intoxicating. Is there anything more that I can get you? Just killing time. I'll be going now. Yeah, I don't need to talk Jan Goldschmidt. Let's talk to Kami. She tips an invisible hat. Hey there, remember me from the cafe? Name's Kami. Are you looking for something? Well, who you are, for one thing. I'm Altour's ears and eyes outside of the cafe. Call me Kami. I wear a couple of hats. A barista, a gopher. Keep my eyes and ears open. Let's just say I get on by trading stories. So I can count on you to hear what's going on? Like I said, only if you've got something juicy for me. Or if Altour wants me to tell you something, but that's rare. I may be his ears and hands, but he's got enough of a voice all by himself. He doesn't seem to be afraid to use it either. Not in the slightest. Since you've just moved here, I have some advice. If you haven't guessed already, he's got fingers in a lot of pies. I've seen what happens when he doesn't approve of someone or something. Pissing him off can't be worth it. And at the very least, you won't be able to get good coffee in this town again. She grins cheekily. I see. Well, you'll most likely hear instead of see, if you haven't already. Or I guess you'll see if you're tripping on something wiggly. In any case, I've got some errands to run. Come over sometime and we can chat over hookah or something, yeah? She lazily tips an invisible hat at you before turning her focus to a comm at her wrist. Okay, so I don't have unlimited money, but let me see what's in the magic shop. Hello again. May I help you? Okay, so still not a very great outfit. Willpower and charisma. That's pretty fucking good, though. I do like a lightning bolt. Let me see. Okay, not doing any... There is a part of me... I did a run, I think through Hong Kong, where I was an adept. And I think even then, I don't remember if I fully stuck to the adept or if I also put some karma into spellcasting, because that is kind of my go-to, either spellcasting or rifles. Those are my comfort zones. Do I want a lightning bolt? I think I'll hold off for now. So now I need to go back and talk to Shrati and give him the coffee. And then... I'll at least get started talking to Gunari. And then I don't need to talk to Malid again, I don't think. Shrati looks up at you from his work and nods.
Hello again, Mynheer. I'm a bit busy, but what can I do for you?
I'm back for my DVD player.
Well, it ain't yours yet, but I've got it right here. Been keeping it warm for you. Now you got my coffee, or do you have the 500 new yen?
I got that coffee for you.
Ah, thank you.
Shrati gratefully accepts the coffee, then snaps the lid back and inhales deeply, wiggling his mustache as he processes the scent.
Yep, that's the real stuff, all right.
Shrati gingerly picks up the ancient device from the table and presses it into your hands. The plastic is scuffed and worn, and it rattles a bit when you move it.
Give her some good use, okay?
I will do just that. See what Gunari's got. Yeah, he's Romani. The Romani Patriarch is an impressive figure, an enormous man in his late 60s, burly and broad-chested despite his age. His voice is deep and resonant, and his breath is heavy with the stench of pipe tobacco. Travan Bakstale, no idea how that's supposed to be pronounced. Dwarf, you're here to conduct some business? If so, I welcome you to Metbach Arms and Ammunition. If not, keep right on walking. I'm here to buy. Care to tell me about your inventory? We have weapons from all across Europe. Ares, Seska, Fischetti, you name it. If it can be found on the continent, it can be acquired by Metbach Arms. Okay, I don't think I've ever pursued this path yet. I don't conduct business with suppliers that I know nothing about. Talk to me about Metbach Arms. And I don't discuss family matters with customers, let alone strangers. It's nothing personal, but the answer is no. Understood? Understood, Herr Metbach. You show me respect. This is good. Now, unless you'd like to take yours elsewhere, let's get back to business, eh? Oh, shit. I wonder if that means he has a special inventory that I've never unlocked because I've never gone down that conversational path. Oh yeah, I've only got ranged combat 1. I don't think there's anything I could buy that would be worth it. Yeah, even the Semapal, which isn't worth the upgrade. plus 5 HP. Until there's some better magical armor, that might be worth it, actually. Oh, but I do also have 12 karma. Oh yeah, I didn't get around to talking to Lane. Before you stands a troll, though it is a stretch to say he is standing at all. His great mass is barely held upright by 2 vintage prosthetic legs, along with a crutch under one arm. His body clicks and hums with every shift of his weight. Despite these disabilities, his eyes are sharp and calculating. I know you. If you know Monica. Sure, I know Monica. You one of hers, then? There's something you should know about Monica. Something happened to her on the run. I'm afraid so. There have already been whispers. I had a feeling. Besides, Monica almost always comes around after a run to check on everybody. She's long overdue, and now here you are in her place. So she's either severely wounded or outright dead. Which is it? I'm afraid she's gone. The grizzled troll nods grimly. The servos in his prosthetics complain as he lets loose a heavy sigh. Oh, no, that is a shame. She was a hell of a runner, that one. And a good friend. I'm Wizzrobe, by the way. Good to meet you, Wizzrobe. Name's Alexi Lane. What's your place in... what's your place in the Kreuzbasar? No place, really. Just an old relic, rusting away. I'll leave you be. Oh, did I activate the phone booth yet? Oh, the Dragonfall is open up. It's an old, obsolete... Okay, yeah, so I've already taken the initial dispatch from the Schockvellenreiter. I don't know if there's ever anything important inside Der Weinkeller. I get to talk to Lucky Strike, but I don't think that ever goes anywhere. Oh, okay, there is one time when I do need to be down here, and that's to go on Iger's special mission, I think? Yeah, it must be Iger's. Okay, yeah, I'll just get the fuck out of here. And now, at long last, back into the safe house. It seems that Amsel has assembled the team in your absence. They stand in a group around the old display that you had Mali deliver. On their faces you can see excitement and apprehension, curiosity and dread. Wizzrobe, have you procured a DVD reader? I have, it's right here. Good, this should only take me a moment. Amsel disappears behind the ancient display. After a few moments of fiddling with his battered inputs, he reappears, a satisfied look on his face. Everything appears to be functional. The disc should be ready to play. Well, don't keep us in suspense. Start the damn thing already. Wizzrobe went to the trouble of fetching everything. Let her do the honors. Amsel steps back, clearing a path for you to access the antique machine. A soft whirring sound fills the air as the ancient DVD player spins the disc up to speed. The scratched LCD display comes to life and a menu fills the screen. The screen goes black and a cheerful digital chiming sound spills out of the display's speakers. A crackle of static fills the air, coupled with a shrill electronic whine. After a few moments, the display goes live and a disheveled-looking man appears on the screen. His eyes glitter with excitement. The timestamp on the screen is 2034-09-15. Hermie, I think we found her. And after all this time, Feuerschwinger. I knew that she wasn't dead. His speech is jittery. You can hear the urgency in his voice. She survives the Dragonfall, just as I've always said. I knew it, and I was right. The screen explodes into static, and the electronic whine in the background sharpens into a needle-like pulse of high-pitched sound. Somewhere in the background, Dante lets out a low whimper. The screen clears, and the excited face is closer to the screen than it was before. The words spill out of him in a breathless tide. Taking a team into the socks to retrieve her. The radiation be damned. We will take appropriate precautions, of course, but we must go. Hermie, I think that the body may be nearby as well. Somehow she has survived for all of this time. The screen explodes into static again, then clears. The figure flickers across the screen. Flickin'? May not be back for some time. Look after Mom, okay? I worry about her. And Hermie, stay safe out there. I know that the things are heating up in Berlin, and I know you. Student protests, civil uprisings, you'll be in the middle of it, I'm sure. Just stay safe, alright? I'll do my best to do the same. I don't know what's going to happen when I step into the socks, but I do know one thing. If the Firewing is still a danger, I will put an end to her, once and for all. The display goes black, and the background whine fades away. A moment later, you find yourself deposited back at the menu screen. The screen goes black for a moment, then a figure appears on the screen. Your late client, Green Winters. His elbow is planted on the table that he's seated at, and his chin rests on his palm. The other is wrapped around a bottle of cheap whiskey. The timestamp on the video reads 2053-12-25. What am I going to do for Green Winters? Found the message Adrian has left me after all those years ago. Got it cleaned up as best as I could. Strange hearing his voice again. He pauses to take a long pull on the bottle. It's good to hear him, even if he did insist on calling me Amy. Dr. Adrian Vauclair, the hero of the people, the Dragon Slayer, my brother. He grimaces and rubs his eyes. Hard to believe it's been almost 20 years. Alright, so I'm going to start recording these DVDs again. Well, for me, for Adrian, for whoever might wind up watching them. Every time I do this, it winds up feeling like a waste of time. But I keep doing it anyway, on the off chance that I'll find something important. If I stumble onto the clue that leads me to my brother, I know that I'm going to want it on film. I've been doing this for almost 20 years now, after all. No sense in quitting now. Christ, 20 years! All this time and still no leads. Even with all of my contacts and my resources. He takes another long swallow of cheap liquor. Even with my legendary bullheadedness, I've made no progress at all. I haven't turned up a single good goddamn thing. Wanna hear something funny? The closest I've gotten to a clue was a rumor. Apparently a team emerged from the socks a while back. Nobody's clear on the date, but... And get this. He leans into the camera and gives a conspiratorial wink. Supposedly they vanished without a trace. He upends the bottle, drains it, slams it back down to the table. His eyes are rimmed with red. Not much of a rumor, considering. I already know that you're gone, big brother. I live with that every day. Abruptly, Winters leans forward and reaches for something off screen. The display goes black. A few seconds later, the main menu returns. There is a grinding sound from the DVD tray, and Green Winters' image appears on the screen. There is an eager look on his face. The timestamp on the video reads 2054-10-12. I'm not sure what year this story takes place, like 2055? Or maybe it's 2054, and this just happened like a few days ago. Stumbled onto this archival footage upon Feuerschwinger's original attack, months before the Dragonfall. Easy to forget how devastating it was. Adrian saved a lot of people by bringing her down. I've got the footage all queued up to play. Starting it now. Additional comments to follow. The slow whir of the DVD player shifts to a high-pitched whine. A distorted, wavering image blooms into being on the screen. A timestamp on the upper right corner of the screen marks the date, July 6th, 2012. It's difficult to make out what you're seeing at first. The screen is dark and smoky, and the telltale flashes of emergency vehicle lights flicker on the periphery of the screen. The camera pushes in, and you can make out two figures standing in a ruined landscape. All at once, the sound cuts in. Again, for those of you just joining us, we are coming to you live from Stolberg. A few hours ago, the Dragonfall launched an unprovoked attack on this sleepy Harz mountain town, and you can see the results behind me: fire, ashes, and blood. We are joined tonight by a survivor of this latest and most horrifying attack. The reporter turns to face a pale man standing behind him. Sir, I understand that you've been through a terrible ordeal. Thanks for taking the time to speak with us tonight. The camera switches focus to a middle-aged man with a haunted look in his eyes. He stammers out a reply. Yes, of course. If you could, sir, could you please tell the people at home about your experience of the attack?
It was horrible. It just pure chaos. So many people are dead. People I knew, roasted alive or trampled to death trying to escape. My own house was burned to the ground during the attack. My family, we have nothing now.
You all made it through the attack, though. Your wife, your kids.
Yeah, we all made it. Thank God. The shelter, it protected us, but the heat was just unbearable. We couldn't have stayed in there much longer than we did.
How long were you holed up in there?
3, maybe 4 hours? I don't know. We just stayed inside until the heat died down and the screaming stopped.
And what happened after that?
When it was over, when the air cooled down, the reporter nods and the man continues. We stepped outside. There was nothing left, just smoldering wreckage and this dense cloud of black, oily smoke, and the stench in the air. God, that smell! It smelled like roasting meat.
There is a long pause. From the tortured look on his face, you can tell that the man is struggling to decide whether or not to continue. Eventually, he does.
My girls, they found what was left of their nanny outside. Her body, what was left of it, was slumped against the shelter door. I keep telling myself that I couldn't hear her pounding to get in, but that isn't true. I could. I just couldn't bring myself to open that door. I couldn't risk my family like that. Not for her, not for anyone.
Thank you, sir, for taking the time to speak with us.
Yeah.
You heard it here, an absolutely chilling account of tonight's attack. Again, the town of Stolberg has been reduced to ash, another victim of the Fire Wing. Stay with us for more up-to-date, up-to-the-minute reporting on Feuerschwinger's Reign of Terror. Green Winters' face reappears on the screen. Okay, it's time for a new approach. It runs a complete dead end. That much is clear by now. So I'm going to do some digging on Feuerschwinger instead. Let's see where this goes. The screen abruptly goes black as the video cuts off. A few moments later, you find yourself returned to the menu screen. I'm not going to keep repeating this every time. The DVD player ramps up to speed, filling the air with a shrill, whining sound. Green Winters' image appears on the screen. The timestamp on the video reads 2054 10:31. Well, that was a bust. Little progress on Feuerschwinger either. He shakes his head. I don't know, it's weird. The information is there, it's just wrong somehow. It's too well laid out, too simple. Real life is messy, and this just feels a little too neat. That's not the only thing that's nagging at me. I'm getting that tingly feeling all up and down the back of my neck again. It feels like I'm being tracked. I'm no Matrix hotshot like Clockwork or Schaefer, but I'm good enough to know when someone's on my scent. Gotta install some new security measures. Can't be too careful. Next track. The display goes blank for a moment, then the face of Green Winters winks onto the screen. He is seated at a computer. Off to his left, an enormous monitor fills the screen. His voice carries an edge of panic. The timestamp on the video reads 2054-1109. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting about European dating. So that's that's what we would call 9/11, the 11th of September. Because I wait, was it? Because I think the last two messages were like 2054, 12, whatever. Christ, I'm getting too close to something. There's a trail of bodies and there have been disappearances. Gearbox, Martian, Peregrine, they have all disappeared within the past few years. Gearbox just went AWOL yesterday, and they were all making the same sorts of inquiries about the fire wing as I've been. There are ghost stories spreading around the Decker community, stories about Deckers disappearing and then showing up again later, but wrong somehow. Scary stuff, and I'm starting to think that it's true. Blitz leans in to whisper to you. I know the stories he's talking about, Chief. Never really put much stock on him. Not until now. Could these rumors be related to what's happening here? Am I being paranoid? He pauses for a moment, as if seriously considering the question. Then he shakes his head and slams his fist on the table. No, I don't think so. Something big is happening here, and I'm right in the middle of it. Iger cuts in. That's a bit of a leap. One other thing. Tolstoy told me a story about a kill team that might be related to all of this. Apparently a Decker named Hellebor posted a story about Feuerschwinger through the Shadowrun BBS about 5 years ago. About an hour later, a mil-spec team showed up in Meat Space and cooked her entire apartment, with her in it. If what Tolstoy told me was true, Hellebor Live posted the event. She described her killer as this great big orc with skin grafts. Then the whole thread disappeared, gone without a trace. Leap, Iger love? Sounds like he's on the right track to me. Iger holds her silence, but concedes the point with a small nod. On the screen, Winters pauses. He looks up like he's working up to something. Finally, he speaks. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. This has got to be Feuerschwinger. All of it. Adrian was right about her. She's still alive, and she's out of the socks. She's covering her tracks, working the shadows, preparing to rise again. And that means that I have to find you, Adrian, for everyone's sake. Thankfully, I've got a lead. For the first time in 2 decades, I've got a solid goddamn lead. I've backtraced all of the Matrix nodes that Hellebor was looking into, back before she got cooked. Whoever's been purging the Matrix didn't think about that, and I found that she'd turned up. Winters stabs a few keys on his keyboard, and an image expands to fill the screen of his monitor, a satellite photo of a rural landscape, annotated with GPS data, a set of map coordinates. So now I've got a target, a place to start digging. The Harfeld Manor, conveniently located on an isolated stretch of countryside, miles away from prying eyes. Metrix records indicate that some sort of data vault exists beneath the estate, so that's what I need to get into. And this is where we came in. As if on cue, a familiar image winks onto the monitor to Winter's left. Monica. I think I'm gonna tap Schaefer for this job. She's got the skills to bypass whatever securities are running out there, and she's gullible enough to take the job in the first place. I'll feed her some line about flux state security, and she'll eat it up with a spoon. I warned her. Amsel's voice is choked with rage. I warned her. On the display, Winter's mouth parts into a broad grin. Time to put plans into motion. By this time tomorrow night, I should have the information that I need. And on the off chance that Schaefer gets taken out, well, that'll tell me something too. Can't make an omelette and all that. Until then... Winter's image disappears. Yeah. When you play the 6th track, a small video window appears. You recognize the scene in the window. You are looking at the tattered drapes and nicotine-stained wallpaper of Winters' hotel room at Das Kessel House. The timestamp on the video reads 2054-11-10. There is a blur of motion, and the haggard form of Green Winters lumbers into frame. Suspicions confirmed. Schaefer dead. Christ. Venters reaches a shaking hand off camera. A moment later, it returns clutching a cheap plastic drinking glass. He gulps something down, wipes his mouth with the back of his hand, and takes a deep breath. Okay. Back up, slow down. Start from the beginning. Venters closes his eyes and makes a visible effort to calm himself. When he speaks again, his voice is steady. Got the call from my contact in the Kreuzbasar. Schäfer killed on the estate run. Metric security at the estate cooked her brain. Considering Schäfer's skill and experience, on-site IC must have been extreme, even by Berlin standards. Security of that kind costs money, real money. Given the evidence uncovered so far, corporate involvement unlikely. The connection to the fire wing is too strong. So, let's come right out and say it. The dragon is what we're dealing with here, and the smart money says that she's coming for me next. Well, I won't go down without a fight. I've still got my contacts, still got my connections, and the flux state can be a hell of a weapon for the man who knows how to manipulate it. Winters takes another long pull from his glass, grimaces, and swallows. Time for me to make my play. Ghost stories or no, missing decals or no, I've got to jack into the matrix and start pulling strings. The countermeasures that I installed earlier should be more than enough to keep me safe for the 20 minutes I'll be in there. Winters drains the rest of the glass, then tosses it back over his shoulder. A moment later, you hear the dull clattering sound of hard plastic on linoleum. Schäfer's death was tragic. She was a staunch supporter of the F-state, but still, all things considered. Winters fishes for something off-screen. A moment later, his hand reappears clutching a data jack cable. Better her than me. He plugs the cable into his head, and the screen cuts to static. As your finger nears the eject button, a black screen cuts in over the static. A moment later, Green Winter's haggard face appears. If you're watching this, then I guess that they caught up to me. They will be after you too now. Blitz whispers into your ear again, more harshly this time. What the hell is this? Why didn't you warn me about this before I came here? We didn't know. Not exactly. Not exactly. I didn't come here to get haunted by a dragon. I'm not even part of this. You are now, whether you like it or not, so quiet down and stop bothering her. Whoever you are, whatever you think you're after, you need to find Dr. Adrian Vauclair. Not because he's my brother. Because if Feuerschwinger is rising again, he is the only one who can stop it. You have seen what happens to people who get too close to this. I'm dead and dozens of others have died. You'll be next, unless you can find Adrian. The screen cuts back to static. The message is over. The DVD tray slides out of the reader. And all of that really did a number on my voice, so I am going to save it and cut that off for tonight. Oh, save Kreuzbasar. And thank you for dropping in and watching, and I will see you next time.